I mean, how could anybody be cruel to animals? Like, what makes someone look at someone like this and go, I fucking hate that dog. Look at her, literally just chilling and being affectionate and giving love and licks and what the. It's a very simple test. Like, what emotions do you feel when you see this dog? And if it's not mwah, 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 if it's not to like cuddle her and scratch her and all that stuff, like I begin to question what's going on with your programming. That's a very simple thing, So yeah, that's a really big indicator for me. Cheeky's an excellent judge of character. Oh god. All right, episode 2, headband. Oh, the awakening. Yeah, cool, the awakening. The headband. Oh, this is gonna be fun. He's gonna wear the headband. He's gonna become the Karate Kid.
Water.
Kuma says I wouldn't want a daughter yet. Cheeky. I was gonna get a male dog, but then Hutchins' like temperament of female dogs is probably a lot better and a lot less humping, and I'm like, deal.
Earth. Fire. Air.
I fucking hate that the fire one actually looks like Azula.
Air.
Like, the fire one actually looks like Azula. If Azula ends up being the fire one, I'm just gonna lose my shit.
Fire.
I would never actually put money on Azula teaching Aang anything. But anyway, it is supposed to be her. Well,
Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Actually, a lot.
Saving us time.
Previously on Avatar.
Though I prefer larger dog breeds, I wanted a Czechoslovakian wolf dog. Apparently they're considered weapons and are illegal in Australia. And I'm like, what's the big deal about a wolf dog with a head this big that can bite your head off? But anyway, cowards.
I am proud of you, Prince Zuko. I am proud because when your loyalty was tested by your treacherous uncle, you did the right thing and captured the traitor.
Zuko, I want you to shank your dad in the kidney.
Why did you tell father that I was the one who killed the Avatar?
I want you to make like a shank that they do in prison. So it's got like a hook. So when it goes in, it actually snags on the intestines and you pull a few out.
Please, Zuko. What ulterior motive could I have?
All of them!
Unless somehow the Avatar was actually alive.
Imagine being married to her. Fuck that shit.
All that glory would suddenly turn to shame.
Good luck marrying her off. The Fire Lord's gonna have like a fun time trying to find a suitor for that one. What is this, the Tower of Babel? Yep, I'd fear for the guy that ends up marrying that level of crazy. Kuma, I'm intrigued yet slightly worried on how you are a bunch of torture tactics. You call that torture? Oh, you haven't heard anything yet. Eh, she's a princess. Many would try marry her. Yeah. You know, there was this Mongolian princess that wanted a suitor. And all these men were like, I want to marry you. And she was like, all right, I'll make it really simple. If you can beat me in wrestling, you may marry me. And then the guys are like, deal. It's like, but there's a catch. You must give me 100 horses before you get to try. By the end of it, she ended up with 100,000 horses and no man. I respect that. She would flip-flop between being incredibly awkward and treating the household like a second royal hierarchical system. The problem isn't having her in a household. The problem is not having her kill you in your sleep. She is the type of person to grind broken glass in your food, so it slowly starts scraping your inside so you internally bleed to death. The problem is not, well, yeah, the problem is surviving. The problem is literally surviving, firstly. Not having a fucking kill you. And the second problem is not killing yourself. Those are the two problems. If by some freaking miracle she doesn't want you dead and you don't want to kill yourself, you might find some common ground. But that is a very difficult thing to achieve. That's why the big animal cruelty thing for me is the thing. Imagine being with Azula and her being jealous at a girl walking by that grabbed your attention. You've basically described Hutchin. Like, we were walking and then I just feel a tight, and I'm like, that only happens when there's an 8 or above around. The scary thing is Hutchin actually knows my type. Remember that time in Japan she almost took the girl's eye out with an umbrella? Hutchin is scary. Anyways.
Who's there?
What is that place? Is that where the sword guys are? Is that what he wanted to join, but he couldn't because he was a prince?
Keep quiet.
Alright, that is OP.
Great job with the cloud camo, but next time, let's disguise ourselves as the kind of cloud who knows how to keep its mouth shut.
Yeah, we wouldn't want a bird to hear us chatting up there and turn us in.
Hey, we're in enemy territory. Those are enemy birds. Well, this is it. This is how we'll be living until the invasion begins. Hiding in cave after cave, after cave, after cave.
Like Osama bin Laden, but he technically wasn't in a cave.
Sokka, we don't need to become cave people. What we need is some new clothes.
I like how she said cave people.
Yeah, blending in is better than hiding out. If we get Fire Nation disguises, we'll be just as safe as we would be hiding in a cave.
Plus, they have real food out there. Does anyone want to sit in the dirt and eat cave hoppers?
Go, Momo.
Looks like we got outvoted, sport. Let's get some new clothes.
I don't know about this. These clothes belong to somebody.
I call the silk robe!
But if it's essential to our survival, then I call the suit.
Yeah, it's suiting up.
Ta-da! Normal kid.
I should probably wear shoes, but then he won't be able to see as well. Sorry, shoes.
Why don't you, like, take the bottom of the shoes out so it looks like you're wearing shoes, but you're not actually wearing shoes on the bottom?
Finally, a stylish
Oh, she actually did that.
shoe for the blind earthbender.
How do I look?
You look like you're about to sing Disney songs.
Your mom's necklace.
Oh yeah. I guess it's pretty obviously Water Tribe, isn't it?
Oh, god damn it.
I used to visit my friend Kuzan here 100 years ago. So everyone just follow my lead and stay cool.
Do you know how much changes in 10 years, much less 100?
Or as they say in the Fire Nation, stay flamin'.
Oh my god. Oh god!
Greetings, my good Hotman.
Hi. I guess.
Oh, we're going to a meat place?
Come on, Aang. Everyone here eats meat. Even the meat.
That's a hippo cow.
You guys go ahead. I'll just get some lettuce out of the garbage.
That poor lettuce.
Hotman? 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 Hotman?
It's over. We caught you.
Who,
Nani?
me?
It couldn't be more obvious that you don't belong here. Next time you play hooky, you might want to take off your school uniform.
Ah!
Like, I totally don't recognize this kid, but he must be a kid in this school, right?
Oh, is this a new mind ready for molding?
That's right. Let the molding begin.
Yeah, most schools nowadays are just indoctrination machines.
Wait a minute. You're not from the Fire Nation. Clearly, you're from the colonies.
Yeah, the colonies, of course. The Fire Nation colonies in the Earth Kingdom.
Your etiquette is terrible. In the homeland, we bow to our elders. Like so.
Sorry, ma'am.
And so it begins.
And we don't wear head coverings indoors.
Uh-oh.
I have a scar. It's really embarrassing.
Very well. What is your name?
Lie, please.
Or should we just call you mannerless colony slob?
If you say Zuko, I'ma slap you.
Just Slav is fine. Or, Kuzan.
Wait, is this class just filled with girls? He fucking struck gold. Kid struck gold!
We made it through the day, Momo. And it was pretty fun.
Don't let the headmaster catch you with that monkey.
What monkey?
Don't worry, I'm not a tattletale. My name's Anji. I like your headband, by the way.
How much you reckon Katara is gonna hate this girl?
Anji, you don't have to babysit the new kid.
Wow. You must be one of those popular kids I've been hearing about.
That's right. Now listen, friend. I know you're from the colonies, so I'll say this slowly.
Yeah, he repeated the 4th grade 3 years in a row. Look at him, he's already going through puberty.
Anji is my girlfriend.
Holy shit, he's like 22.
Don't forget it.
Look at that jawline. Fuck, he must shave 3 times a day.
It was nice meeting you.
Nothing says confidence like that, right?
I don't believe it. He didn't beat you up. Not even a little.
I guess I'm just lucky.
We were on our way to play hide and explode. You want to come?
Hide and explode? What is this, the Middle East?
I'd love to.
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Yeah, she's gonna smell the perfume, and she's gonna be like, who is she?
I got invited to play with some kids after school.
After what?
Sokka's gonna have a fucking heart attack. It's like, well, I needed to learn how to firebend, so I went to school.
I enrolled in a Fire Nation school, and I'm going back tomorrow.
Enrolled in what?
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah. Alright, I want to know what the deal is. Is this like a brotherhood or something that Zuko wanted to be in? Or is this one of those Elden Ring towers of pain?
You again?
Oh, it's a prison. Uncle Ira's in here.
You are. Prince Zuko.
I'm going in for a visit. You're gonna stand guard here, and no one is going to know about this.
Remind him about the story of what Vlad the Impaler did when one of the guards fell asleep during guard duty. And tell him that's what's going to happen to him if he says a word of this to anybody. That pike is going to go right up his poop shooter.
Uncle, it's me.
Woof. Woof. Vlad doesn't exist in that world, I don't think. Well, then you could freely use all of his strategies to your advantage.
Aang, I'm trying to be mature and not immediately shoot down your idea, but it sounds really terrible.
Yeah, we got our outfits. What do you need to go to school for?
Every minute I'm in that classroom, I'm learning new things about the Fire Nation. I already have a picture of Fire Lord Ozai. And here's one that I made out of noodles.
Impressive, I admit, but I still think it's too dangerous.
I guess we'll never find out about the secret river then. It goes right to the Fire Lord's palace. We were supposed to learn about it in class tomorrow.
How is there a secret river being told to a bunch of children? And how is it called secret? Vlad was such a pussy. The Qin dynasty knew how to punish a traitor. I will have to look into that. Is there any chance that you could share 9 familial exterminations? Does that mean that they exterminate your family to the 9 closest things? So not only your immediate family, but your kids, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your uncles, your twice removed uncles, your third removed uncles, your fourth removed... Is that how we're talking? Because in North Korea, it's 3 generations. So if you're caught watching K-pop, you go to hard labor, your children go to hard labor, and your grandchildren go to hard labor. It's a punishment of 3 generations.
I am a fan of secret rivers. Fine, let's stay a few more days.
Flamio, Hotman!
Flamio?
You brought this on yourself, you know. We could have returned together. You could have been a hero. You have no right to judge me, Uncle. I did what I had to do in Ba Sing Se, and you're a fool for not joining me. You're not going to say anything? You're a crazy old man! You're crazy! And if you weren't in jail, you'd be sleeping in a gutter!
Wow, he's forcing him to actually think inward.
Good.
Wise old man. Yes, and they'd get tied to 4 chariots and drawn into 5 bite-sized pieces. But isn't that a quick execution? Just and you bleed out fairly quickly? Because I know back in the day, they used to actually lacerate you. And they would know how to pretty much remove nerve endings and things like that. They can make it last for days without you dying. Like, just getting, instantly killed with chariots is kind of quick, you know? That 9-generation punishment is idiotic and counterproductive. I mean, the Qin were overthrown because of that. Weren't they? Well, typically people don't like being executed, you know?
Morning, class. Recite the Fire Nation Oath.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
My life I give to my country. With my hands I fight for Fire Lord Ozai and our forefathers. With my mind I seek ways to better my country. And with my feet
Airbenders, Fire Lord, blah, 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 blah.
Since it's obviously hilarious to mock our national oath, we'll begin with a pop quiz on our great march of civilization. Question 1. What year did Fire Lord Sozin battle the Air Nation Army?
Oh, this is going to be fun. It happened to Shang Wang, which is funny because he is the one who brought legalism, and with that, this punishment to the Kingdom of Qin. I honestly know nothing about the Kingdom of China, or all that stuff. I know a little bit about its unification, and I know a little bit about how the Mongolians were just I mean, Genghis was a plague.
Kuzan?
Is that a trick question? The air nomads didn't have a formal military. Sozin defeated them by ambush.
Well, I don't know how you could possibly know more than our national history book. Unless you were there 100 years ago.
I'll just write down my best guess.
Don't you realize that history is his story? You know, quite literally, his story. By the way, this is a really good thumbnail, so, like, give me a sec. The Fire Lord's story? Ah, yes. I defeated them in glorious combat. No, you didn't. You went there in the thick of night and slaughtered them in their sleep. During a wedding of all things. Well, war is terrible. It's just like... Oh my god, Hutchin is cooking. I smell beef. Mushroom. Hot pot with meat. Ah, she knows me too well. Alright, where's my screenshot thing? There it is. I'm getting hungry already. Ah, no, sorry. I gotta get this thumbnail. It's really good.
I'll just write down my best guess.
She's about to call me fatty again. She does it all the time. I actually asked her to do it. Like, positive reinforcement doesn't work with me. You literally have to insult me. It's the only way to get me to improve. Call me weak, call me fat, call me ugly, call me poor, call me stupid, call me whatever you want. I will only get better. It's how I work. You know? I mean, after years and years of just being brought down emotionally, it doesn't have any effect anymore. It actually has the opposite effect. Good times. It didn't help, but it had more to do with Quinn-era Shu being generally incompetent. There's still a proverb about it. And just trusting the wrong people. Wealth doesn't last 3 generations. Hey, who the fuck is this? Are you a man or a woman, a grandmother or a wizard? Or all 3? I have no idea what I'm looking at anymore.
Who's on?
What is this, folk music?
I know. I'm a terrible Soongi hornist.
No, child. That hullabaloo going on with your feet. Is that a nervous disorder?
I was just dancing. You do dances here in the homeland, right?
Not really, no.
Dancing is not conducive to a proper learning environment. Young people must have rigid discipline and order.
But what about expressing yourself?
I know sometimes we're so moved by our love for our nation that we can't control our own bodies.
What did Miss Hutchin bring me? Sukiyaki, which is beef, tofu. Is this spinach?
Similar, but it's more like a garnish, and you have some enoki mushrooms.
Enoki mushrooms? Okay, I got some of the ingredient. Oh my god, Hutchin, you are the best. Look at this. Is the focus even working? Focus doesn't work. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna put this on Discord. Hutchin's just awesome. The indoctrination in the craze is crazy. I actually heard stories of kids that grew up in Germany in the 30s and some of the surrounding countries. The stories that you hear of how the children were indoctrinated to outright want to murder their classmates is freaking terrifying. And the fact that you realize it was so easy to get people to do that, particularly the teachers, is really scary. Especially when you hear some of the stuff that's happening in schools nowadays with what the teachers are teaching children. You just see history starting to repeat itself and you start going, oh shit, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, so this is what Hutchin got. Delicious food. I'm still using my S9. The camera's not the world's greatest, but you get what I mean, right? Alright, something about indoctrination.
I know sometimes we're so moved by our love for our nation that we can't control our own bodies. If you must, you may march in place quietly next time the urge hits you.
Hi, Kuzan. I really liked that crazy dance you were doing.
Thanks, Anji. I can show it to you again if you'd like.
What'd you say, colony trash? You're gonna show her something?
Just some dance movements.
He was gonna show her what a big one looks like.
Nobody shows my Anji anything, especially movements.
Well, I mean, technically, he didn't move, you did. Use your legs! Oh god, it's Zuko all over again. Alright, that's it. These kids are all getting martial arts training. This is embarrassing. This entire nation is incompetent and doesn't use their legs. You're... Are you crying? Ugh.
Picking fights on your second day?
He didn't pick a fight, he just ended it. Technically, he didn't do anything. This kid did it to himself.
We need to have a conference to discuss your punishment. Bring your parents to my office after school.
Parents? But...
Don't be late.
Wow, is that your daddy? Aw, and you still had to repeat 3 years in a row.
Thank you for coming, Mr. and Mrs.
Yes, I've been eating. It is delicious.
Can I give you the chunky one?
Oh, you can give me as much chunky one as you want. Oh my. And it's so... Now remember, what do you say?
Fatty.
Yeah, fatty. I'm a fatty eating this fatty. Oh my god, look at the marbling on this meat. It is delicious. Am I the only one that thinks that Katara looks like Padme?
Fire! Wang fire! This is my wife, Sapphire.
Sapphire Fire, nice to meet you.
Mr. and Mrs. Fire, your son has been enrolled here for 2 days and he's already causing problems. He's argued with his history teacher, disrupted music class, and roughed up my star pupil.
My goodness, that doesn't sound like our Kuzan.
That's what any mother would say, ma'am. Nonetheless, you're forewarned. If he acts up one more time, I'll have him sent to reform school. By which I mean the coal mines. Are we clear?
Don't you worry, Mr. Headmaster. I'll straighten this boy out something fierce. Young man, as soon as we get home, you're gonna get the punishment of a lifetime.
That's what I like to hear.
I remember this happening after that incident where I got locked in the bathroom by those 12th graders when I was in 10th grade. And I beat the living shit out of the 12th grade teacher's son and kicked him in the urinal multiple times. Anyways, my parents got called in and my father had to attend. And they were so basically just telling him about how I beat up a kid. And he basically asked, like, so who was the kid? It was like some 12th grader. He was like, oh, so he beat up a 12th grader. What happened? And it was like, oh, he kicked him in the urinal. And it was like, kicked him in the urinal. It was like, yes, after beating him up and cracking a tile. He cracked the tile. It was like, yes, that's how his fist is bleeding. On the way out, he didn't say anything. He just said, you need to condition your knuckles. I mean, the one time my father was actually good.
Orange is such an awful color.
What the fuck? This is a daydream, right?
That's what I like to hear.
Orange is such an awful color.
You're so beautiful when you hate the world.
I don't hate you.
I don't hate you too.
This has got to be a dream. This has got to be a fever dream.
Zuko, could I have a word with you?
This wasn't a daydream?
Can't you see we're busy?
Naturally.
Oh, May. Ty Lee needs your help untangling her braid.
Sounds pretty serious.
What in the sweet seven holy hells is going on?
So, I hear you've been to visit your Uncle Fatso in the prison tower.
And she doesn't care about banging her friend.
That guard told you.
No, you did. Just now.
Sirkar, you are leagues away from this girl. Don't even bother. You're like an American soldier walking through the Vietnam woods falling into traps. You're fucking fucked. Just don't even open your mouth.
Okay, you caught me.
Just fucking... Oh my god.
What is it that you want, Azula?
I don't fucking know at this point.
Actually, nothing.
Oh, fuck yourself with a chainsaw.
Believe it or not, I'm looking out for you.
Uh-huh.
If people find out you've been to see Uncle, they'll think you're plotting with him.
Yeah, which is why you've literally got all these strings on him. If you lied to me about the Avatar, you will be shamed more than you were before. If they find out about Uncle, you will be shamed more than before. Which is why I'm going to sever your entire emotional support network, so I am the only one you can rely on, which is going to deal with my paranoia of being backstabbed and turn you into my emotional slave. Oh yeah, Azula, you really don't want anything at the end of the day.
Just be careful, dum-dum.
Uh-huh. Really? What's next? You're gonna tell me you just want your brother to be your brother, and you just want someone that you can trust unconditionally that also trusts you unconditionally and cares for you because your dad is an asshole? Is that really what you want? I don't know.
That settles it. No more school for you, young man.
I'm not ready to leave. I'm having fun for once. Just being a normal kid. You don't know what it's like, Sokka. You get to be normal all the time. Ha! Listen, guys. Those kids at school are the future of the Fire Nation. If we want to change this place for the better, we need to show them a little taste of freedom.
Really? Really? Seize the youth, inherit the future? Mr. Austrian Mustache Man?
What could you possibly do for a country of depraved little fire monsters?
I'm gonna throw them a secret dance party.
Go to your room!
I can't believe we're having a dance party. It seems so silly.
Don't think of it as a dance party, but as a cultural event celebrating the art of fancy footwork.
So let me get this straight. You're going to host the dance party in your secret hideout. Sure. What could possibly go wrong with this?
They're coming! Everyone stop bending!
Sorry, buddy. You should probably wait out back. I know. You've got fancier feet than anybody. And 6 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flamios! Yeah, this ought to get everybody moving. Now what do we do? This is when you start dancing.
I don't think my parents want me dancing in a cave. Yeah! What if someone finds out?
Oh boy. Listen, guys. Dancing isn't something you think about. It's a form of self-expression that no one can ever take away from you.
Maybe it was different in the colonies, Kuzan, but we don't do that here.
Sure you do. You have for generations. It just so happens that I know several classic Fire Nation dances. 100 years ago, this was known as the Phoenix Flight.
Wow.
And this was the Camelophan Strut.
Toad could dance.
I brought you some Komodo chicken. I know you don't care for it, but I figure it beats prison food. I admit it. I have everything I always wanted, but it's not at all how I thought it would be.
Ha! He's getting there.
The truth is, I need your advice.
Finally!
I think the Avatar is still alive. I know he's out there. I'm losing my mind. Please, Uncle, I'm so confused. I need your help.
Paranoia getting to you, my boy?
Forget it. I'll solve this myself. Waste away in here for all I care.
And this is how they do it in the ballrooms of Ba Sing Se.
Wow, they look pretty good together.
Oh, Katara, what do you think?
If that's what you like.
Yeah, that's it. That's the sound of happy feet.
Oh yeah, sure. Just go dance with this random girl that you met 3 days ago while I just sit here sipping my drink by myself. It's not like I've been nursing you or healing you or anything like that. Yeah, sure, why not? Just go hit on the new girl on the block. Yeah, sure, if that's what you want to do. Go for it, Aang. See how that turns out.
All right, go with that. Everybody freestyle.
I don't know, Aang. These shoes aren't really right for dancing, and I'm not sure that I know how to...
Take my hand.
Okay. Aang, everyone's watching.
Don't worry about them. It's just you and me right now.
It is a dancing party.
Oh yeah, this is gonna end horribly and someone's gonna find that Water Nation necklace. And then it's gonna turn into a... Oh, great.
You did the right thing by telling me, Hide.
Wait! But if they get arrested and sent to prison without them realizing it's the Avatar, they're gonna be right next to Iroh. No, this might actually work out for everybody. Kuma, you're getting too deep in the mindset. No!
Anytime, Headmaster, sir.
This is incredible. It's like my inhibitions just disappeared. Okay, they're back again.
He's the one we want. The boy with the headband.
Uh-oh.
Gotcha.
Looking for me?
That's not the one. He's here somewhere. Don't let him leave the cave.
Yes? Hi there. How we doing? Searching for someone? Who are you looking looking for? Do you need something? Over here.
This is what, like, parenthood feels like. You're trapped. Why would the school dean care about party off school grounds and schedule? Because it's not a regular school. He's in charge of their indoctrination. Of course they're keeping tabs on all their students all the time. Free thinking is a sin, after all. Don't question your government, kids.
Stop that! Stop that!
We're safe, Sokka. You can take off the mustache now.
Oh, no, I can't. It's permanently glued to my skin.
Way to go, Dancy Pants. I think you really did help those kids. You taught them to be free.
I don't know. It was just a dance party, that's all.
Well,
I know what song we're playing in the next break.
that was some dance party, Aang. Mwah.
Flamey-o, sir. Flamey-o.
Oh, he's gonna join the Akatsuki.
You're sure you weren't followed? I've heard about you. They say you're good at what you do, and even better at keeping secrets.
Look, Zuko, you're a pretty boy. You don't need a hooker, alright? I'm sure you can get plenty of girls on your own. Or guys, if that's what you're into.
The Avatar's alive. I want you to find him and end him.
Okay, what the hell? Well, that was unexpected. Eye of Sauron. You know, the Eye of Sauron just symbolizes that he's always watching. Sauron was actually in physical form during the books in The Lord of the Rings. That giant Tower of Baal Ghul, that eye wasn't actually Sauron. Sauron was actually there in person. He was still regenerating. But they just excluded that part from the films. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Sauron can actually lose his physical body and regenerate it over time. That's what he was doing. So Zuko hired a hooker to kill Aang. What a twist. Well, they say for 20 bucks they'll do whatever. Cheapest assassin ever hired. I mean, if you ever need your car washed. Or your homework done. Alright, I know exactly the song that we need for this.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun sized, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.